first day in the classroom and I genuinely don't know where to start. Like, I'm about to just probably put some music on and just, I don't know, jam out. There's so much stuff in here, which I'm blessed, but I need to like see the furniture in the space, if that makes sense. And there's always a piece of hair that don't want to do what everything else is doing. The big furniture I'm gonna move today, basically. That's my goal, is just moving the big furniture. Everything else is locked. I don't have the key to the closets. Not sure what this is, but hi you guys. So really quickly before I leave, because my mom told me at 3 o'clock that she has an appointment at 4 o'clock, I literally had to sit down so many times and like look at it from different perspectives. Like morning meeting area, if I can see everybody, you can see heads in the center, you know what I'm saying? Like no shelf is too big enough for me not to be able to see from here. I stood by the door. How does it make sense for lining up to go to the gym? How does it make sense for when kids come in? Is it a flow? Like is it an easy walkway from the doors here and the cubbies are here? So is the walkway clear? How are they gonna be able to go to centers? I have to figure that out. This whole wall is a huge wall, but the Promethean is killing me. Dramatic way, whatever, I'll get to it tomorrow. But I don't know how I feel about it being in the corner, because I feel like blocks needs a corner. Like, I don't really like blocks open like that, but so dramatic play, which they do have signs, so I don't want to like throw out anything or move anything just yet. I do like how there's pictures here, like a picture spot where I can probably put either the kids in that center or maybe their families, whatever. Blocks is here. I have to figure out how much space I'm still gonna give them. Also, like, dramatic play like can have more space outward here. Blocks is like, I feel like blocks is too small, honestly. I feel like it's too small for pre-K, because they be building, man, they be building. Kids do not have spatial awareness, I'm gonna be honest with you. I need to put tape on the floor. Like, I'll probably do either a square or a rectangle of some sorts so that they can not build on top of the shelf. I'm telling you, they do it every time. Science, having 2 shelves for science, this is a lot. Honestly, I'm just working with whatever was in here. There's quite a bit of furniture, and then there's also things that are homemade. Like, I don't know if the teacher was like a carpenter or something like that, but this stage right here is built, And then there's this stand, this lemonade stand type of thing built too. I don't know, which I appreciate it regardless. She had some pictures of choice time. So these were to divide the center. And I feel like in pre-K, to me, that's just way too high. Like I want to be able to see them from another center. So I'm just gonna put them there for now. I'm making this cozy corner. In the pictures, the cozy corner was in that corner over there, but like, I rather put music over there because I personally can't stand music. Usually we don't even have a CD player ever. Music is always loud, and I'd rather put it in that corner over there where it's not bothering nobody. She has a lot of extra containers that, like, containers, extra drawers that are used for, I don't know what. I didn't even open it because I only wanted to do the big furniture today and see how it feels, right? Does it feel realistic? The kids can move their pictures, how they're feeling, what's their emotion, and then they can use the pegboard. I have hooks. I can use it for like little baskets to maybe put a squishy or whatever to use coping thing. I don't even know. It's like the teacher's corner. I don't know. Maybe it's like a file cabinet. I don't even know. There's 2 printers. I'm gonna guess someone's gonna take it at some point. This is the shared bathroom right here with the other class. There's 2 stalls. This is more things that I guess is her teacher's corner that she had. I cannot access this closet, nor can I access these closets because they're still locked. I cannot stand the sand and water table. But as a teacher of pre-K, I gotta get my hand dirty. So here she had sand and water, like just right here in the middle. It's here because I need it stationed somewhere. I need it here where the sand ain't gonna be all over the place. I can use this. I always like using the back of something so that we can make posters or pictures or how-to images for the kids to do whatever I need them to do. I do not understand what this is for. This is just a huge thing in here. So I'll figure it out. These are the cubbies. The cubbies are built and put in here. This is another thing that I guess the teacher got made. It's actually really cute because I was like, what the frick is this? I opened it up and I'm like, what is this? A teacher friend of the past teacher told me that they used it for sleeping mats. So they like hooked every kid's picture or something like that. And I guess this was their slot. So they put it in their little space. So I think it's cute. I mean, I don't have any other ideas. I just know that I have to make more labels because of there's 3 sections of the cubby. I'll probably have like them having extra shoes or whatever, like at the bottom. I don't know what this is. Like, I don't know if it was supposed to be sectioned off and made into another center, but I mean, there's a picture here of big old giant hollow construction sets. So I don't know. Originally this cubby was here, but I needed the sand table somewhere. So I put it there. Usually the big books, I like to have the kids have access to it. I'm gonna probably just have them somewhere else because I don't, like, unless I move this like this and you can still go and grab it. This is not gonna be here, this card is not gonna be there, but there's still enough walking space to get to the cubbies. So for now, there's over here is art. This table, I'm used to having a big table for art because I can't stand, I'm doing a small group, like, and then there's like an extra kid who wants to come that's not in the group that I called, that still wants to be at the center, and like I feel bad because like I want them to play there. I might just use this side for where I pull kids to meet, and then I'll just have this one closer to the shelf to have art on their own. But now some classrooms had just one table just in the square middle, like say it's just like right in the middle where the shelf is at. They usually have like one table just square in the middle for just a small group, but I like to be in the center of the activity. So like if I'm doing an experiment, I want it to be in science. So this part is in pictures, choice chart in the schedule. It looks like they used it for dramatic play, like for, of course, like a lemonade stand or whatever. But I think this is great for loose parts because I wanted to add that like bottle tops and old scrap stuff that we usually throw out. I wanted to use that, like have a space for that to be utilized in art anyway. So I think this is a good idea for where that will be. And I can write loose parts, have like pictures of like models of like what they could use it for. Pictures that were in the classroom, they had it in that corner right here. Usually libraries are on the side of the rug, but I feel like this year I want library to be its own little thing. So I'm gonna actually do a word wall. That's actually a good idea. I keep saying that I needed one. A word wall of like maybe the words that we've seen inside of books. I can do a lot of stuff in that space. This is a focus wall. Maybe this is where she had her like lesson plans in there or whatever. I will definitely keep this because I can utilize it too. Writing table's here because I literally was like, I put it over there and I didn't like it. I did not like it. I thought it made sense to be focused on the wall. There's nothing to look at. There's nothing to look at besides what they're doing. There's little spaces on both sides, so that's why I couldn't push it all the way over. This is another teacher section, I guess. I'm not sure how she utilized all her shelves, but I will definitely have to dig into it. And then she graciously boxed everything in labels. Beautiful, thank you. This over here will be the music center in this corner. Whatever that looks like is whatever that looks like, okay? This easel is slightly killing me because I'm gonna have to put it maybe, I usually sit on the carpet with my kids, but I know some days my knees be cracking. So I'll sit on the stage here. I don't know if I'm gonna have to bring this up with me on the stage when I'm like doing my morning meeting questions, but I don't know. I don't even know how this whole section's gonna look. I guess she must have used this side and had the kids turn this way because I see the days of the week and alphabets. And even if I have to make the chart and then just take it out when I need to, days of the week or whatever, and I just like put it in front of the board, that's fine. But I'm not a Promethean person, to be honest. This is where she had family photos. I do like the tree, and I think it's definitely age appropriate. I think it's beautiful with the bird. I don't like that it's in a space where I can literally just roll this over because the outlet is right here. It's right over there, and this little section too. I'm like, it's like, I wish it was moved over towards dramatic play. I'm definitely gonna keep it. I don't know if I'm necessarily gonna put the family pictures in there. I know it says family, but another thing that I actually forgot until afterwards. So I have math center here. People call it tabletop. There's a stuff ton of things. I'm just now opening things, so you don't have all these toys out the first month of school. You ease into it. I like this shelf here because it separates the centers, like from blocks and math, but I don't like that there's this little pocket of space right there. Like, of course there's walking feet in the classroom, but like, I don't want to entice the kids to run. I want them to stop and like navigate, safely around the room. So I might literally turn the shelf around and just move it up here so that it separates the rug area. Then if I do that and I shift this from there to there in front of the carpet, then there's nothing chopping off art. Unless I I would take from science. Science don't really they don't need that many shelves, I'm sorry. If I take out this shelf, put it here for art, utilize the back of that shelf, the block shelf, as like posters. Also that pegboard too that I can probably also use and put things in there that they can bring to the table. I can probably also make the table 4 chairs instead of 3 chairs, which I probably only will have 3 kids in the center anyway. There's a lot to work on tomorrow. If that doesn't work, honestly, I can just put a puzzles bin here to separate puzzles. You bring puzzles to the carpet, and then I did enough today. I said I was working on big furniture, and I'm glad that I was in here. I was definitely past the time I said I was going to. So I didn't bring the stuff from my car inside. And so I don't know if I'm gonna drive around with that tomorrow or not, but I have a lot of stuff still to bring in here. But I'm very happy with what it looks like so far, definitely. Hey you guys, so I got excuse me, I have no one in the back. My mom, she was like, so tomorrow you're gonna do another day of like 4 o'clock? I'm like, no, I'm not. So I will have to get there tomorrow earlier than I did today. Today, good progress, really good progress. For the most part, everything's where I would like it to be for now. It can move the first week of school how children are interacting with those centers, which I have no problem with moving things. It's perfectly fine. I mentioned to the principal that I needed the keys for the closets, which I didn't think to ask about it today. I just wanted to do for furniture. So tomorrow, closets, see what they're looking like. I didn't even take anything out of my car today because I was just in the zone. So everything from today, this morning, is in my car still. So tomorrow I'm just going to pretty much jam pack it more. And I have my little stroller cart. It's really my mom's. I'm borrowing it. Thanks, Mommy. Planning to just bring everything in, see how it fits in the closets. I think my last thing, which is Friday, is start looking at the centers themselves and seeing what needs to be taken off the shelf, because the way that she had it, which I would do it the same way, is you just jam pack everything that belongs at that center into the shelves. And so now me unpacking it, there's a lot of things that don't need to be in there, right? I don't know about other teachers. I'm not about to do Play-Doh the first day of school. The first week of school, we're not doing that. We're not doing paint. The parents are able to come upstairs and drop the kids off, so that's helpful, because rounding out pre-K kids in a lunchroom, it's not looking right. So, but we do dismiss downstairs, which is fine too. That's good, because usually after school is a lot. Overall, I am super excited. It was nice to see other people's classrooms today, but for the most part, 3K, pre-K, it's really on its own tier. Even kindergarten, you can't really compare much because they don't play as much. One thing I definitely had to do is sit in the space, feel it out, kind of do eye level, what makes sense. And from even me being on the carpet, if I decide to do a small group on the carpet, I want to be able to see the classroom. I don't want nothing to be too high where I can't see a person's head. The units are the same, so that's fine. Actually, I prefer that, so I can just look at my old stuff from the past years. But I will say, the teacher who retired, whose classroom I have, girl, that thing is well organized. Well organized, and you don't need to have brand new file cabinet type stuff. You just need regular, simple organization in boxes, in whatever the case may be. You don't need none of that extra nonsense. Label it with whatever's inside of it, whatever it contains, and that's it. I will say, the furniture that she, I'm gonna guess that she knows somebody who built it, or she built it herself, whatever. Those things, I would say, she probably should have just wrote down what they're for. But other than that, I really enjoyed moving things around today, and I'm excited for tomorrow, going through and kind of finding the gold mines, and also just bringing in my things so I can get out of my mom's house, because the last 2 years, I'm telling you, it's funny how you move out and then you basically move something back in. Thanks for watching the first part to day 1 of setting up the classroom. Tomorrow, that's what I plan. And tomorrow is another day of more things to get done. Not every single teacher is out here literally buying up the place and doing all this extra fancy looking things. I'm gonna use what I got, and that's it. Anyway, bye.